Okay. Just making sure because I got a little confused. So I put in like what would I put in, like the 2 square root of 5?
Sure. Yeah. Why don't you see what that is as a numerical value?
Yeah. When I did that, I got 4.472.
Okay. And we just said like the answer is it's not quite it's bigger than 4, but it's less than the two of these added together because they're not quite added straight together.
Yeah. So now like um
Again, so I'm trying to like lead you to the right answer.
yeah,
Um,
I'm trying to figure it out. I'm just a little.
I can't. I mean, I can. I'm. This one is you're gonna have to guess on it. I'm just gonna take whatever you say and enter it in. Um,
Let's just do the hold on. Hmm. Let's just do the 2 square root of 5.
good. All right. Let's go to the next one here. Okay, so we'll look at the next one here. It's kind of like the last one. It says a boat is traveling east across a river that is 112 meters wide. So that actually is not important, that width of the river, but it's traveling at a speed of 8 meters per second. So it's going east 8 meters per second, like that. And there's a current. If you've ever been in a river, there's a current, and the current is going 5 meters per second. Okay.
Uh-huh.
And this is kind of like a triangle. It's kind of like it's kind of like saying, okay, 8, 5, and C. Do you remember the relationship between the three sides of the triangle?
Uh yes.
So the relationship is A, B, C, A squared plus B squared equals C squared.
Mhm. All right. Okay, so it would be 8 okay, I'm not okay. So it's going to be 8 squared plus 5 squared equals C squared. So when I do that, it's going to be 89.
Right? That's C squared. How do you undo the square?
Oh, how do I undo the square?
Yes.
Oh, I did not think of that one. Okay. So you square root it.
So which of these answers is closest to
9.4.
0.4? Good. All right. So this one is also this is for sure outside the scope of this class. Um, What I would recommend you do is the same thing we did in the previous problem, which is to find the hypotenuse of this triangle.
Mhm. So it would be like the same thing, like a squared plus b squared equals
Yes.
c squared. Okay, cool. I got that. Don't worry. Okay, so I just have a quick question. So
Okay.
what I put, so you know how it says C is -3? Would I
That
insert the,
that's not, yeah, that's a different C. Just think of it as
okay,
5, and you can even go 12 on that.
okay, I'm just making sure because I didn't want to
Yeah,
confuse
that's a
them.
good question because it is a little bit odd.
They did put C in there, so I'm like, I don't know if I should put it in or not. Okay, cool. Um, yeah, no, hold on. I just made a, I think I did something wrong. Hold on. I got 13 for an answer.
Good, good. So that's not quite the answer, but I want you to look at each of these answers here. And do any of them use kind of like, think of this C now. Um, do any of them like kind of like, can you use this -3 and this 13 to get to any of those answers?
Oh, you can use -13 to get -39 again. Oh, yeah, you can, the answer then would be -39 if you multiply -30, not 30, sorry, 3 with 13.
There you go. Good. So there's always a way to get to the answer, and if you don't, even if you don't know the answer.
Yeah.
Okay, new problem here. All right, so the binomial expansion is not something that we did. We did a little bit yesterday, but it's very difficult. Remember, we talked about Pascal's triangle like
Yes.
this.
Yeah, where you just kept adding and adding.
Right. Now, um, in terms of how to do, in terms of how to like answer this problem, we're going to use the answers. We're just kind of work backwards a little bit. So one thing I'm going to show you here is, let's just say it was x minus 2 cubed. I'm just going to do that for a moment. I'm going to write the answer here. You can actually, there's a lot of calculators available that But let me write this down because I want you to see there's a pattern here. I want you to know. So the pattern is this is x cubed minus 6x squared plus 12x minus 8y. Okay. So notice this kind of alternates positive, negative, positive, negative. So the answer to this is going to alternate. It's going to alternate positive, negative, positive, negative.
Mhm.
Okay. So that helps us to decide, well, which one is it? And you probably remember from the Pascal's triangle that the numbers get fairly large pretty quickly.
Yeah. Okay, so
So I guess my thought, or like the way I'm trying to get you to decide if you think the answer is positive or negative, and then you recognize it's probably a fairly large number. So basically leading you to, it's either this one or this one.
well, if we're gonna well, here's the thing. When you say large and likely positive, then I'm gonna say the answer would be 560.
So, but is it positive or negative? And notice, see how these alternate?
Yeah. So
That's what you have to decide. Is it the positive one or the negative one? I'm not going to tell you, that's as far as I'm going to go. You have to decide which one it is. And
I'm
you
gonna
have
just
to,
go with the positive one.
all right, let's do it. Okay. The next one is in trigonometry. So kind of another one where you're going to have to guess. Now, one of the things that you could do is I'm going to highlight each of these is you could graph and this first one. So what you could do is graph sine minus x and minus sine x like that.
All right.
Okay. And the reason what you're looking for is, are they the same? Are they the same? Same thing here. You could graph cosine x, cosine minus x.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be how you would answer this question, or you could just guess. But one of these will work, meaning that they will be the same graph. Is it clear what I'm trying to say or ask you to
Yeah, a
do?
little bit.
So really, it comes down to you graphing these.
Mm-hmm. All right. I'm gonna go graph these real quick. Okay, the first one didn't even give me a no wait, it likely will, I just might have to zoom in. When I grabbed the first one, I didn't get anything on the graphing. So hmm.
Okay, did you graph the sine minus x and then minus sine x? You have to graph them separately.
Oh, okay, cool. Now I know my mistake. Okay. Okay, when I graph them, they're both like they're squiggly lines.
Are they the same?
Yes.
Okay. So you could do that for all the other ones and decide if they are the same or not to help you answer this. This one is like, I can't like just give you the answer.
Yeah, obviously.
You have to do some things here to decide if you think that is the answer or not. And
So the second one is the same too.
Okay.
The third one is overlapping itself. It looks like it's making a DNA strand. Like, so I'm gonna just grab the last one before I just say my final answer.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, the answer is the third one.
Okay, so you want to go with the third one?
Yeah, it's the only odd pattern.
All right. Sounds good. All right, so let me click on that one. Right, so I'm gonna let me just check something here. Again, we're kind of these are way beyond what your course is, but let me just check something here real quick on these to see. Okay, that's not going to work. All right. Okay, so here is the question. Let's put the full question in.
Once.
All right. Let me know when you're ready.
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's.
Okay. So here is the question. The question is they're giving you a formula and they're giving you X and Y.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is I can't really, there's almost nothing I can do except to say, I recommend you put the numbers and um, into the equation and see what you come up with.
Okay. So when I put in the 8 and for X and 3 and for Y, I got 73. So and so it would be the last one.
Okay, so you want to go with the last one?
Yeah, because it's
All
the
right.
only one with 73, and that's what I got. Like when I
Okay,
added it.
that works. All right. Probably better to do it this way anyway, because maybe the questions will get yeah, so okay, so this is good now. We kind of got back to a question that's more consistent with your course here. So they're giving you a graph.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And it's asking where it's decreasing. So decreasing means it's going down and to the right. Down and to the right. So can you tell me which of these or more are going down and to the right?
There's two of them that look like they're going down and to the right. The one on the bottom, and then the one
Okay.
on the right.
Okay. So which of these on the right says that?
The 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 first one I said, the big old frowny face.
So
Look,
which of these answers though would you choose? So these answers are referring to portions of the graph.
right.
And I again I can't
You can't give me the answer because that's cheating. I know, don't
well,
worry.
it's just that we're so close to the end here. I mean, I think it would be better to just have you pick something. I mean, it's two regions, so it's either the one of these two.
Yeah, I was gonna assume that. I'm gonna go with the second one because the for the first going down to the left, it's in the negative, so I'm gonna go with the first, like the second one.
The second one. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. I'm trying to click on the notes. There we go. All right. All right. So this is again kind of take a look at this question here. It's kind of outside what you've been doing. So in a geometric series, each term is 21% less than the previous term. Okay, 21% less. So I want you to convert this to a decimal. Convert this to a decimal, and let's just say you started with 100. Okay. So I want you to first convert this to a decimal and then decide when you multiply, well, let's just start with that. What is 21% as a decimal?
Like point. Wait, hold on. You move it. It would be like 0.21.
0.21. Okay. Now let's just say you started with 100. If you multiply by 100 by 0.21, what does that become?
If you multiply it by 100, that's gonna become 21.
21. Now, is 100 to 21, is that really 21% less?
No,
No, it is not. It's actually 79% less.
really?
Yes.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay. So the here's what I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you this is not the correct answer. You've got to decide between the other three, which one it could be.
Didn't you? Well, I remember when you said it was like the 79%. So let's go with the first one.
Okay.
I I think that's like to me. I think that would be the smart decision.
So here we go. New problem here. Right, so here we go. New problem here. It says, which expression represents f bubble g of x? So f of g of x. Okay, so that means to take g of x and put it in for x.
Mhm.
So it looks like this: log x over x minus 1 squared minus 2 times x over x minus 1. So notice I just put that number, that expression in here for x.
Mhm.
Now that's as far as I'm going to go with this one, because this one probably outside of what's reasonable for you to do. So we'll look at the answers here. I don't know, maybe something will stand out to you. I'm not sure. But there is one here that, I mean, there is one that's correct. There's one that I think you could maybe just kind of look at the pattern of how it's written
It would
close.
like the second one.
So is that the answer you want to select?
Yes.
All right. I think that's what they meant by in the video. Like sometimes you just have to.
Sometimes you may not know the answer, and that's okay,
Yes.
basically.
All right. So here is a new problem. This is from geometry. They're asking, if you read this, it says the slope from A to B is the same as the slope from A to C. So I guess look this over and just decide what you think is the best answer at this point.
Let's see. Um, hmm. I'm gonna just take a wild guess, I guess, on this one. Hold on.
Here's a hint. Slope is rise over run. That might be useful.
All right, so
Actually, I'm gonna move that. It's not meant to be near any of the answers. So
yeah, let's go with hold on. I wanna just before I sing. Let's go with the last one on this one. Like,
okay. Is that rise over run though?
uh,
Rise means up or down. Run means left and right.
yes, I think it's rise over
Okay.
run.
All right, let's do that. All right, so new question here. You'll be graphing this one.
Oh, lovely.
Basically, you've got a graph the left on
Okay.
its own, the right on its own, and you should see something that looks like one of these.
All
And
right.
you can just pick the graph you think is best.
I'm gonna go with the last one because when I graphed it, there was a straight line in there.
So you did not graph this correctly.
Oh, dang it.
You're graphing this one and then this one.
Okay, cool. Then I then let me
And again, just like before, like 3 of the 4 are kind of the same. This one's the odd one out.
yeah. Sometimes the odd one out is usually the answer.
That is true. Sometimes that is the case.
Okay, I just regraphed it. It's gonna be the second one.
When you say second one, which one are you referring to?
In the top right hand corner.
Okay.
Yeah, that one.
All right. This one is not correct. And I mean, this is not good. I mean, you're just graphing exactly what's here.
Oh man,
There's a subtle difference between them. Um,
I thought I graphed it right. Okay. You know what? It's okay. So if it's not the one in the that's on the right, if the ones on the right are not right, then it's something on the left. Just
yeah, if you
left.
just if you I'm sorry,
What?
but I already it's okay. I already submitted it, so it's okay. We're gonna
No, if you got that wrong. It's okay.
yeah, just take your time when you're graphing. So this is again out of scope for this class. This is a trigonometry problem, and you could just take a guess. It doesn't need to be right.
All right. So this one I can take a guess at.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna just first read the
Yep.
problem before I make an.
Sounds good.
I'm gonna go with the Dang, I don't even know which one to guess at. Oh no. Well, okay, well, it can't be the second one because all of the I'm gonna go with the one of the two that have 1.5 in it because it
I
goes.
agree. Yeah, it definitely cannot be the second one. So that's good. That's what they're trying to say when they say don't just guess. Like at least try to do something.
Yeah. I think one of the answers can be the one with the 1.5 because we see
Okay.
it twice. And sometimes when you see the same number in the same problem, that means one of them is the answer.
Okay.
So, yeah. Can we also cross out the last one?
Yeah, I would agree. It's either A or C, the first or the third.
Yeah, now
Um,
I just gotta make my decision because when I look at the two, it has a different amount with pi. One is pi over 6, another one is just 2 multiplied by pi. I'm gonna go with the third option because it also mentions 2 million visitors and we have a 2 in there, so maybe 2 is being represented for like 2 million.
okay.
So I'm gonna go with the third one.
Got it.
I think I did a good analysis. I don't know. Pray and say that I got it right.
Well, I can't believe this. It's a break time.
We're not even done. Just skip. Like it's gonna show you how to relax your brain after taking all that stuff. That means we're like 50% in, and then we have like another like few more questions.
Okay. Uh, so I'm clicking on. They want you to do this brain break.
Yeah, it's just telling you like to breathe in and breathe out. I don't do it because I'm just like, just let me get this over with and then I'll take it. I don't know why they add that. I think it's because some people, when they take diagnostics at school, they get really stressed out.
Yeah, just we'll just have to wait for this video to play.
Yeah. Has the video passed yet?
It's still going.
Really? How long is
Yeah,
that video?
it doesn't say. It's just balloon breath and then, okay, now we gotta click on the ruler.
A ruler. Oh my god. They're very extra, aren't they?
Now the protractor. We're almost through.
All right.
Okay, so it looks like you have a bit more here to do. Wow. It said an hour, but I mean, you'd have to be really moving quickly to do that.
Yeah, but I feel like they say an hour max, and the people that do an hour just rush through it.
All right, so it says a school class went on a field trip to see a magician perform. There were 17 females and 20 males in the class. The magician randomly selected a volunteer from the audience, which had 52 females and 68 males. Given that the randomly selected audience member is a student from the class, which can be used to find the probability that the person is also a female. Okay. So this is a very complicated question for you in this course. They might have covered it right at the end of a traditional algebra 2 course. So there's your in your class, there's females and males. So there's 17 and 20, but with someone else or like all the other audience members, there are a total of 52 females and 68 males, which means that there's like other people, I don't know, other classes, we'll say, which is 35 and 48, like this. So the probability that there's a female, okay, is 52 females out of the grand total, which is 120, like that. So
Uh,
does that appear anywhere in your answers here?
yeah, it appears the. You mean the 120, right?
Well, just I'm trying to just say, well, the probability that the person's a female is 52 out of 120, but the probability that it's a female from your class is 17 out of
So
out
when
of
we see the
37.
52, we only see it. So we see 52 and 17 in like two of the problems.
Okay.
Well, like
Yeah.
no,
So
we see 17 in all of them, but if we're
yep.
only talking about females, which is 52, we see it in only in two.
So here's the hint I'll give you is that when you're finding conditional probability, which is what you're doing here, you're multiplying, you're never dividing.
Yeah. I always hate these types of problems.
So I'm guess that's as far as I can lead you on this one.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with the third one though because of the 52.
Okay, sounds good. So does that mean that means we're only about halfway through the class or through the test? Is that really the case?
I think so, yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, we'll just keep going here. We got some time. All right. So Angela's Pizza is having a ticket raffle to raise money for new soccer uniforms. A $1 ticket gives an even chance to win one 25 gift certificate, one $15 gift certificate, or three $5 gift certificates. What is the expected profit or loss for purchasing uh, one ticket if 100 are sold? So in real life, you would never play a game so that you would lose money on. Like no one would create a
Gambling.
game where, so it's probably a loss. Okay.
Yeah.
Um, so let me try to help here a little bit more. So actually I take that. So you buy, so you pay $1. So you think of that as losing $1, but you could win 25, and the probability of that is 1/3 of the time.
Oh my god.
Okay. Now your net, which is what you care about, is that you're actually only getting 24 because you put in $1. You can also pay $1 and win a $15. Your net is 14, and that's 1/3.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can pay $1 and you win three $5 gift certificates. So that's 15 again. Your net is 1/3.
Man. Okay.
Actually, I take this back here. That's not right. They've worded this incorrectly. It's not an equal. It's 1 out of 100. 1 out of 100. And this last one is there's 3 of them. There's 3 out of 100.
Mm-hmm.
So how do we want to even do this? You you are gaining. So I guess I'll just leave it at that. You're gaining. I'm sorry, you're gaining, not losing.
Got it. Let's see. Let's do like the second one.
Okay. All right, I'll do that. We'll let the next one load up here. All right. All right, it's a new question here. It says triangle PRS is isosceles. Do you remember anything about isosceles triangles?
Um, besides the fact they look like a Christmas tree, no.
Okay, so the two key things about isosceles triangles is that the sides are the same and the base angles are the same.
Got it.
So that's as much as I can tell you without doing this problem. So take a look at that and see if anything here stands out to you.
The Q does stand out a little bit. No, never mind. No, it doesn't. Um, can I just guess on this one?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Can we do the third one then?
All right, let's do it. All right, so let me see the next one if we can do it here. Not really. Um, okay. So this the problem here is the typical way that they use to prove the Pythagorean theorem. They say that you get a little triangle. This triangle in the top left, A, B, C, A squared plus B squared equals C squared. And then this one down here, it ends up being A, B, C, A squared plus B squared equals C squared, and so on, right?
Mhm.
They also tell you that the whole square is A times B times A times B minus C times C equals 1/2 A times B. So it's kind of involved here. So in the like to answer the questions here, the expression, and then the first drop down, the options are, can't really even give those to you. So not sure what to suggest here, but let me see. What I can't, oh, I can snip them in. All right. All right, so here's the first drop down. This is that first one. I don't know. Let's just skip past this one. I
All
don't
right.
think that it's going to be very useful here. Um, okay, so let's stop here. You may find it's worth just going on with the rest of this on your own,
Okay.
because it looks like